If God gave you a promise for marriage, don't scroll. This is for you, whether you want to hear it or not, okay? It's one of those moments. If you're already married, this also pertains to you. You need your future spouse and or spouse, depending if you're already married or not, and they need you. And God needs you both together to create this thing that he is working on. Hear me out. So in Isaiah chapter 64, verses 8, it talks about how God is the potter and we are the clay, right? Well, God reiterated this to me today. So my daughter picks out this thing earlier, and it's like a little mold or whatever to make a teapot. I could not figure out how to do this thing, okay? It didn't come with written instructions. It showed me some pictures and pretty much just, here, give it your best, right? And I messed it up. Y'all, I ruined it. And God allowed me to ruin it to give me this revelation. So for a while now, God has spoke to me through colors, okay? So in this little teapot, the first thing that you're supposed to do, you're supposed to position it a certain way. I missed that part. Anyways, and then you line it with this blue coloring stuff. And then you fill it with this pink stuff once you put the thing back in. All of that is irrelevant right now. It wasn't irrelevant when making it, but it's kind of irrelevant right now. Except for the pink and the blue, okay? That part matters. So if you don't have both of them, you can't make the teapot. If you put them in the wrong order, you can't make the teapot. It'll get messed up. So blue, representing the husband, goes in first, right? It's the first step. And if you go back to God's original creation, Adam came first. Okay? That's the hard lining, like the protective layer, if you will. But then you put this pink stuff in afterwards, and it's like the glue. And I didn't realize that until I was washing it off of me when I was throwing it away. And I was like, oh my gosh, I ruined it, whatever. And then it was coming off me, and I'm like, oh, the pink is the glue, right? The pink representing the wife, the woman, the helper, the helpmate. You have to have both. The glue is helping hold the blue together, and the blue is the protective layer on the outside. Y'all, but there's a certain order of doing these things, right? But what God spoke to me the most was that you need each other. Some of you are excited, right? You're like, yes, God, you gave me a marriage promise, right? And you're excited. You've been waiting. You've been fasting. You've been preparing. You've been getting ready. And some of you are like, I don't even want it anymore, God. I don't want it. I don't want to be with this person. I don't want to be, or even if you know who it is, right? And some of you don't know, and you're like, I don't even care anymore. I don't even want to be married. I'm good by myself. When in reality, God knows better. God knows the best. And he knows that you both need each other. You actually need this person, and they need you. And God needs you both together to come together, to work together properly, be put together properly, because if you're not put together properly, or you do it at the wrong timing, then it's not going to work out. You have to trust his perfect timing and listen to what he says and the instructions that he gives you. Y'all, if I would have put the pink in first and then the blue, would not have worked. If I would have made sure the blue was in there all the way, it was set, it was fully covered, the blue was ready to go, and then put the pink in there, everything would have worked out, the teapot would have got made. Listening to God's instruction is so important. But also, and I've said this before, it's more than just you, right? It is so much more than just you. These marriages that are to come to pass, whether it's somebody you've never met before or God's restoring your previous marriage or whatever, right? It is for his kingdom purposes. It is for his kingdom purposes. It is for you also, but it's more than that, okay? Like, it's what he's going to create with you both. There's something that's going to that's something that's going to come from the both of you, right? This beautiful teapot is what was going to be made if it had been done correctly. Now, if I had done it correctly, the teapot would have got made. I'd have went on about my business. But because I messed this teapot up, that helped me to really understand, the certain steps and the fact that I didn't even realize the pink was glue like that and how they need each other. And I love that God will give us revelation like this. Now, I've already told my daughter I got to go buy her another teapot. It is what it is. But giving God your surrender is so important. Being patient and trusting his timing. Sometimes we can feel different emotions in this journey. Some of you, may be tired of waiting, right? Some of you may not necessarily want it anymore. You've got so used to being alone, or maybe you've been burned so bad in the past, right? And you don't want it. But God's ways are so much higher than ours, and he knows us better than we know ourselves. And I'm telling you right now, that's what he showed me. You need this person, and they need you. And God needs you both. And he's going to use you both to create something wonderful. He's going to use you both for his purpose, to create something that's so much bigger than you, right? Alone, one of them is just some kind of like dust outer protective layer in a jar. Literally, that's almost what it was like. It was like dust, right? Some blue dust. And the pink was like this pink gluey texture. But when put together properly in the proper order, and you had to let it sit too. You had to let it sit for 10 or 15 minutes one way and 10 or 15 minutes the other way. The next way, And then it creates this beautiful little miniature teapot. There are going to be great things that come out of you and your spouse and your marriage. Some of you, it's going to be an actual child, a baby, right? For some of you, it's going to be ministries that are born. It's spiritually speaking. It's not just an actual child. Ministries are going to be born. Churches, just different things are going to come out of this, right? Yeah, God is probably going to send some of you to the streets to talk to people. Some of you, you're going to travel the world. You're going to evangelize. Some are going to teach. Some are going to, you're going to be prayer warriors together, right? And where two or more are coming together, and y'all are coming together, and y'all are praying, and y'all are knocking down these altars in this demonic kingdom. Trust God's perfect timing and make sure that you are listening to his every instruction and you're paying attention to the signs. You don't want to do this out of order. You don't want to do something too soon. You don't want too much of something. You don't want too little of something, right? It's And the only being that can make sure everything is done perfectly is our Father in heaven. Is Jesus Christ, Yahushua. Be encouraged. As your sister in Christ, I love you. God bless you, and shalom.